Hey there. So, this week's episode number 6 of The Purge, known as The Forgotten, was kind of a filler episode here, but we did have one redeeming part. So, let's get started. So, as we ended in episode 5, we saw Rick and Jenna running away from the party as they were getting purged upon by the lesser, not as rich people. And they make it home nice and safe. And of course, to make matters worse, they have a nice little argument. Young people's argument. And that was basically their whole storyline this episode. And that could have been easily used another time. And then we go to Miguel and Penelope, who are still at the Carnival of Flesh, trying to escape from Penelope's abusive ex-boyfriend, junkie ex-boyfriend. And sure enough, within a few minutes, Miguel finds a way to escape and takes out the ex-boyfriend, and they escape from the carnival. Once again, something else that could have been seen in another episode. And second to last, we deal with Jane being at her boss's house trying to warn him of the hit she put out on him. And come to find out, that has gone terribly, terribly wrong. And David has more going on at his house than he initially leads on. And I think that could be a whole episode by itself. But I think the meat of the entire episode is where we meet with the Protector. And I call him the Protector. We've seen him a couple of times in the first few episodes where he comes and protects others who can't protect themselves. In the previous episode, he approaches a couple of guys beating up on a man. And we see him here protecting the man. But come to find out that his name is Joe. And we have some flashbacks on his story where he was a factory supervisor that, was doing pretty well. And then all of a sudden, the plant is shut down. I like to call it, they got telltaled. Anyway, so, he's out of a job, unemployed. His father worked there as well, and his father has been sick and getting worse. And so he's pretty much trying to figure out what to do with his life. And then here he is helping others on Purge Day, which is pretty good. But there is one extra little tidbit that we saw at the end of his particular story this episode that might turn this whole chain of events full circle. I won't go into it yet. I'll talk about it more in maybe another review. But it has definitely piqued my interest. So far, the show's gotten pretty good. Like I said, I said about an episode or two before as we were running into Joe here that we should have just had an episode dedicated on him. And after seeing this episode, I firmly believe they should have done that. He deserved his own episode. Like I said, everything else that was shown in this episode could have been saved for episode 7 or 8. But, it is what it is. Not a bad episode. Pretty solid episode. Anyway, we have 4 episodes left. I'm excited. I'm ready to see where this ends because it kind of looks like things are going to end up not well for any of our folks here on this show. So we'll see where it goes. Anyway, I wanted to get your thoughts on this episode of The Purge, episode 6, The Forgotten. Tell me your thoughts. I like hearing from you guys. Post it in the comments below. And if you liked my review, always hit that like button. And if you want to help out my channel, you can always hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.